shelter.
Hi
Flashlight.
there, my name's Lachlan. I made this game you're currently playing. I made it just for you. So what's the point of this game? Well, if you've played any of the previous games in the This Game Is For You series, you'd know that they're horror games. Well, this game was never intended to be a This Game Is For You game. In fact, I made it as a way to practice my lighting skills in Godot. Here, let me show you something. This here is a hallway I made to practice my lighting skills. Fun fact, there are actually no lights being used in this scene. Any lighting you see is simply coming from emissive materials like the lamp heads or the light bulbs, even the windows. This scene uses baked voxel GI standing for global illumination, which is the secret behind why the lighting in this scene looks so good. There are also certain other settings I've used to make this scene pop more, which you can check out in your own settings menu through the pause menu. So I do want to hear your thoughts on the lighting. Do you think it looks good? How about you give a rating towards the end of the room?
¿Aquí qué? Oh. ¿De qué trata este, güey?
Great, thanks a lot for your answer. I don't know what you've chosen, but I hope it was something good. Anyways, interact with the door opposite of where you spawned, and I'll take you into the next room. Okay, so when I originally started making this game, I didn't exactly have a plan for it. When making a game, you should always have a plan before jumping into making it, because otherwise you'll just be sitting there, flying around in the scene view of whatever engine you're using, just thinking of what you might want to do for your game. I could ramble on for a while about game dev stuff, but let's try stay on topic. So as you can tell, this is the same hallway as before, but this time it's the afternoon. You can sit here and relax a little while if you want to, I don't mind. I think it's a pretty cozy environment. Just sit back, look out the window, and listen to the sounds of this scene. And listen to me talk, of course. So the reason as to why I mentioned I didn't have a plan for this game earlier is because after making the first hallway, I was thinking to myself what's next from here, because I did kinda have a plan in mind, but I wasn't fully confident in it. Basically, the point of this game was going to be a way for me to test my lighting skills and showcase it to people. The gameplay was going to be oriented around the player going through random rooms, like this hallway for example, and random stuff would happen in some of the rooms. So let's say for example you start in this hallway, and at the other end of the hallway you interact with the door. There would be a fade to black, then the hallway would be swapped out with another random room. Whilst I did have that in mind, I didn't exactly know what the point of it all would be. What's the point of interacting with doors and spawning in random rooms? Just to do the same thing over and over again, waiting for something to happen. I didn't exactly know, but I thought to myself, why not just start off by making a few different versions of the hallway, and now we're here. To achieve this afternoon look, I played around with the world environment to suit the atmosphere better. I also changed up the colour of the sunlight to a more orange tone, plus the glow outside the windows, and even the colour correction a bit as well I made more orange too. Anyways, be sure to rate the lighting in this scene and let me know what you think. Great, thank you. Again, I don't know what option you've selected, but I hope it's a fair one. Anyways, interact with the next door once again, and I'll take you right over to the next room. This here is the third version of the hallway. It's nighttime now. So yeah, same thing again. To achieve this nighttime look, I just played around with the world environment and other aspects, blah blah blah, and that's how I achieved this look. I think you kinda understand already. Also, another fun fact I forgot to mention earlier, all of the materials in this game, well, their texture and normal maps, are noise. Yep, just noise. If you don't know what normal maps are, it's basically what makes materials pop more in video games, helps them look more realistic depending on the art style you're going for. None of the text is
¿Este
applied
juego
to the
qué?
materials in this game are made outside of the engine. It's all within Godot, just generating noise and adding some color ramps to them. Anyways, you can rate this scene what you feel like. Feel free to stick around if you want to, you might find it cozy. Great, now let's move on to the next room.
No me asusté, güey, qué pedo. Pedo, güey. Cuarto número 8, güey. Bueno, estamos de día otra vez. Ah, cabrón, número 9 y está tirado el abanico. La mesa. El reloj está de lado. Número 10. De ahí todo normal, todo se mira bien. Número 11.
Hi, if you're listening to this, that means you made it to the room where this audio tape is located, and it also most likely means you got lost. You see, some code was still left over from the old plan for this project, and I forgot to remove it all. If you're here now, that means you've come into contact with old code I forgot to remove. In order to get out of here, just wait for me for about 10 minutes or so. I'll come to collect you eventually. Do not, and I mean do not, go any further. I mean it. You won't have a good time, trust me. Anyways, just wait around for me, please.
Me asusté, güey. Puedo verte, mi madre. Ahora que vámonos. ¿Puedes verme? No, pero... Cuarto 15. Cuarto 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. 121. 122. 123. 124. 125. 126. 127. 128. 129. 130. 131. Oh, hell no. ¿Este güey qué? Cada cuarto que avanzamos va poniendo más.
Hi, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I may have just stolen all your personal information. Thank you for playing This Game Is For You 2025. I'm just kidding, you can get back to playing.